So before I go any further, let me explain real quick for my normal viewers, which there's not a lot. This is not a normal upload, so I'm not going to become a random book YouTuber or something. This is for a school project. That's right, a school project, so my usual jokes will be way more tame and less uncensored. Basically, the background for this project is that my reading teacher gave the class a choice of 4 options of making your final or whatever this project is, and one of them was to make a video review about it. And you know, I've been doing this YouTube stuff for a little bit, so I kind of know a little bit of what I'm doing, but I don't review books because I'm not a nerd. So what's the book, you're asking? Well, it is none other than The Great Gatsby. That's right, wait, come back. We all know, kid. We all read Gatsby. I know, and I'm gonna give my honest opinion on it, and I do have some issues with this book, but we are civilized here on the Great Peanuts channel. So I'm going to go through it in some segments and give my final thoughts at the end. I am going to spoil the book a little bit. I'm just going to cover a few chapters up to where Gatsby shows up, hopefully to hook you, but it probably won't, because if you don't watch Cocomelon videos, you've probably already read this book. And before you say anything, I'm reviewing the book, not the movie, so go find a different review if you're looking for that. The level starts out in this creepy, eerie sense of dread as you enter the lifeless tomb of this eternal being's interior. The huge jump from the cheery, joyful outside of the Kokiri forest to the corpse of your guide through life gives you a feeling as though you're in over your head. The atmosphere is so... Wait, what? This isn't Gatsby? Oh. Wait. Here it is. Tony, if you swap my scripts again, I'm gonna kill you. Anyways, here it is. Gatsby begins as our protagonist named Nick Carraway. Wake the fuck! Nick Carraway arrives in New York. Because of course he did. Where else would he be? Nick then visits his cousin Daisy and meets this motherfucker Tom Butch Hardman and Daisy's friend Jordan Baker, aka Tiger Woods. Then Tom all of a sudden gets a phone call from his mistress. He is basically cheating on his wife, and this info is relayed to us through Tiger Woods telling Nick. After an awkward dinner, Nick goes home and is told on the way that he should have a romantic interest in Tiger Woods. Tom and Jerry take a train to Tom's mysterious lover's house, where he literally takes her from her husband's arms after taunting him. They have a white girl frat party real quick, and Nick gets drunk and leaves. Nickelodeon gets invited to a party by the man the book is named after. Gatsby is a loaded individual. Nick runs into Tiger Woods and they accompany each other through the party. We finally meet the man, the myth, Jay Gatsby. I did not capitalize that. Turns out both served in the same lobby in Call of Duty 3. The party ends, Tiger Woods gets an amazing speech from Gatsby, and Avocado walks home. And that's all I'm gonna say. That was only about 3 chapters of the book, and I don't know what of the movie because I haven't seen the movie. I didn't want to spoil too much, because if you go too far, you're gonna get the ending. In terms of characters, Nick is really boring and uninteresting, but that's fine, as long as the author intended it to. Now, the way it would be good is if the author intended him to be boring and uninteresting, making him essentially a static character. A front row seat for the audience, if you will, to experience the story and the characters. It's not necessarily an uncommon occurrence to see these type of characters as the main character. There have been numerous characters in games, movies, TV shows, and books who don't have any arcs or don't even talk in some cases. Of course, Nick does have some defining character traits and a few other things, but the best parts of the books are when we're not looking at Nick and we're looking at other characters. There's nothing really interesting about him. You don't really want to learn about him all that much. Maybe that was just me. But it would be a really bad thing if the author intended us to be invested in this character, because it's not like other pieces of media. Nick is really boring. He's very plain. He's the vanilla ice cream of this book, and I'm not really a big fan unless that vanilla ice cream is intentional to go along with the chocolate cake as frosting. Then there's Tom, and holy goddamn, Tom is a racist and cheating bitch who causes some major issues in the book. I feel as though his character is just here to hate, and if that was the point, it's working. Fuck this guy. Some of the problems I have with this book are pacing and some of the characters. A lot of the characters in this book are really boring. Like, really, really boring. I don't really want to learn about anybody. There's not much I want to learn about other than Gatsby himself, which may have been intentional, but when you're making a story, you can't just focus on one character and make him interesting, or make us just want to learn about him. And it seems as though the author tried a little bit to do that, but it didn't quite work out. Characters like Nick, Jordan, sometimes Daisy, they're really uninteresting, and when they're in the book and they're the main focus of a conversation, you don't really want to learn about them all that much. As much as I don't like Tom as a person, I can admit, as a character, he can be interesting to see how much of a douchebag he can be this time. Gatsby is a goddamn unit, being in the army and working until his girl got stolen by this bitch, and then finally working up to create a fortune better than that bitch. His character is really interesting, and he's probably the best part of the book, which would explain why he's the title character. His ambitions, his everything, his origin story. The man just wants to be rich, and that's respectable because the man fights for it. Now, I could have gone over some other characters, but honestly, I don't want to make this video longer than it needs to be, and also, that's just unnecessary filler. Like I stated, most of the other characters in the book are kind of uninteresting, and I forgot most of their names outside of Gatsby, the main character, and that bitch-ass muff. Would I recommend this book? I guess. It's alright. It's alright. It's not a bad read, but I've definitely seen better. It's not the worst book on earth. It's not like Catcher in the Rye. I really did not enjoy Catcher in the Rye, and this is not that. For first time reading, it was pretty decent. And this is coming from a guy who burnt himself out on reading books a very long ass time ago. So now that we've reached the end of the video, I'm gonna real quick plug my YouTube channel. Please watch. If this video somehow gets good views, somehow, I'm not gonna start reviewing books, but I might start reviewing other things. Maybe. I do legitimately want to do YouTube again, but there's no real motivation for it until I grow as a channel. So yeah, if you're new here and you're actually somehow staying to the end of the video, watch my other videos. I'll warn you though, I'm not as calm and as what would the word be, civilized as I am currently. Just watch my like 1 or 2 Warzone videos that I made, preferably the trios and plunder videos. If I get to 50 subscribers by the end of January, maybe I might upload more. The only reason this one came out very quickly after the Halo one is because, school projects, and I'm not trying to fail. So, yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video. This is Great Peanuts signing out.